If you want to see how we got all this to go from this to this using Metalcast paint, then sit tight because I got a video for you. Alright, today I'm going to show you some cool things you can do with duplicolor Metalcast paint, which is an anodized paint, which is basically kind of like a candy in a can. It's a lot harder to shoot big panels with this, but we'll do a few small things and I'll show you how cool it can turn out. This LED light, this magnetic tray holder for bolts, and a crank pulley just to show you a few things you can do. And if you guys stay tuned, I'll be showing you in the next video how to chalkboard paint a fender. So let's get started. There's 24 LEDs, so we'll be doing 8 here, 8 here, and 8 here. I will be taping 8 of the white ones off and painting red, and then these ones will be white, and these ones will be blue. Now this is just a demonstration, it's just for fun. If it looks good enough, I might use it in my car. But if you stay tuned to the channel, in my next video I will be chalkboard painting a fender and showing you how to do that using this Rust-Oleum. So definitely be staying tuned for that. Well, let's get started with this. Alright, now that I got it taped up, I'm going to paint this side blue and this side red. Now always do this in a well-ventilated area and wear a respirator because fumes are hazardous. I have been getting nothing but hate for not wearing a respirator in one of my videos, which was a mistake. Yes, I know, but figured I'd tell you. Alright, now I'm going to get ready to paint. Alright, we'll let this sit and dry, and then we will peel the tape off and hook it up and see how it looks. Alright, I peeled the tape off. We got the red, the white, and the blue, and we're going to see how it looks. It's pretty cool. That's a cool little way to kind of change the color of a white LED strip. Now back in the day, before we abide by the laws more, we use this stuff to change colors of our headlights. If you have fog lights, you can change them the color, but it's illegal to do that unless it's amber or white. So we did blue though for a while before getting in trouble for it. This stuff lays over glass really well, so you can do a lot of cool things with this stuff. If you're going to use it as a Metalcast paint, you have to have a silver or an aluminum base coat, which I will show you how to do that as well. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to use this Metalcast over chrome or polished things like this. It's best to scratch the surface, but this is demonstration, so it's already a pretty scratched surface. It's good, it's been prepped and cleaned. You just use acetone, wipe it down. But this Metalcast from duplicolor is pretty good stuff for that too, and it makes it look kind of cool. So remember to wear a respirator. And make sure to lay the coats kind of light. I will coat this one more time. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes to dry, and then I'll hit it with another coat. Alright, so it's been drying for about 10 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a second coat. Now this is just a demonstration as to what you can do with the Metalcast paint. In about 20 minutes, I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, we're going to paint the crank pulley, just spraying this metallic aluminum from Rust-Oleum over it. Already cleaned it and prepped it using acetone and a rag. You will want to scuff the area down, but this is just a demonstration for you guys to show how to lay Metalcast over objects. So, here we go. Alright, now that I put the first coat on, I'll let it dry for a little bit, and then I'll hit some Metalcast over it. That's all for the first coat. We'll wait about 15 minutes and hit it with the second one. The reason I'm waiting so long is because it's really cold, as you can see. Remember, you have to do these kind of light coats. Don't forget your respirator. That's it for this. Now while this is drying, I'll get started on something else. Alright, now I'm going to demonstrate how to paint glass surfaces. You can do this to give it a custom touch. This is just a fishbowl. We could put lights in it and then it would shine blue around it. But this has many different uses as to why you would paint glass with this, but just showing you some cool things you can do with this paint. You'll want to dust it kind of light and let it dry before you apply more coats. It runs really easy on these surfaces, so be very careful. Alright, that should be good for one coat. We'll let it dry for about 10 minutes and then we'll hit it with another. Alright, now I'm going to add more coats. Now we're going to let that dry. Well, that's basically it for the duplicolor, how to spray Metalcast paint on random objects. As you can see, it turns out really well. Glass and chrome are the best things to shoot it over, unless it's got a silver base coat, like with the Rust-Oleum. You can use duplicolors silver that they have made specifically for the Metalcast paint, which looks really good too. You just got to be very light and dust the coats on. Don't go thick, because with this it will definitely show. As you can see, it turned out really well on the crank pulley, which it wasn't fully prepped. This is just a demonstration. And on this too, has a nice blue metallic look to it. And the air filter, heat shield, and obviously the fish tank. That right there is just a decor piece. I figured I'd paint and show you guys that you can shoot it over glass. So like if you were wanting to do stained glass windows, custom, whatever your mind can possibly fathom, you can pretty much put it to use using the duplicolors Metalcast. Now they have like purple and all these other colors, so the possibilities are pretty much endless. So just be careful if you're going to use these over glass headlights. It is illegal to do that, but it does look cool. So if you're doing it for like a drift car or something that's going to be track used, yeah, go for it. It works really good, as you can see through that. And I'll shine a light in there real quick so you can see how it looks lit up. As you can see, it looks pretty cool, and the light comes through it really well. That's just an LED strip of white that's behind it. So that's how that looks. You can see the light comes right through the blue really well, since it is a see-through paint. That is just a white LED strip that's set behind it. If you had one that was like flexible, you could put it at the bottom and it would light the whole jar up, and it looks really cool. So as you can see, light does pass through it. And that's what it looks like. You can clearly see the red, white, and the blue on it. Works really well, so if you have some white LEDs laying around, you can always use Metalcast paint and turn them whatever color you want. If you don't like it, take some brake clean to it, wipe it off, and start over again. So there's that. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering if I can use the duplicolor and paint a whole car with it. Why, yes, I could, but it would probably turn out like absolute garbage, because this stuff here is probably best shot out of a spray gun. As much as you don't like to hear that, larger areas are harder to shoot this and make it look even and smooth like these did. You'd obviously have to have a silver base coat. If you want to try it, by all means go for it, but it's at $10 a can, and it's kind of an expensive risk. But sometimes you don't learn without risk. So I say try it and let me know how it works out for you, but I won't be doing it because I have shot this over larger panels and it turns out like garbage. So hope to clear that up right now. But thanks for watching the video. If you found this kind of cool, you know, always wondered how the Metalcast would shoot. Here it is. I did some things for you so you could kind of get the idea and show you that you can change colors of your LED lights or your headlights if you really want to take that risk going down the legality road. But yeah, works pretty good. So thanks for watching. Leave this video a like, drop a comment below, and stay tuned for my next videos, because right after this one, I'll have a video of how to use Rust-Oleum's chalkboard paint to paint a fender, and how you can paint an entire car with this stuff, which might be a video I might do soon. So definitely stay tuned for that as well. Turn the bell notifications on if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more uploads. Thanks for watching. God bless.